I never believed in nightmares that could follow you into the real world. I thought they were just dreams. Chemicals in the brain, memories reshuffling, fears playing out in a safe space where nothing could actually hurt you. Then I started having the dream about the hallway, and the hallway started having me. It began on a Tuesday. I don't remember falling asleep. I just remember opening my eyes in a long, narrow corridor. The walls were white, the floor was white, the ceiling was white. No doors, no windows, no end. Just white stretching in both directions, fading into a fog that wasn't fog. It was the color of nothing. The color of a place that had never been touched by light. At the end of the hallway, something was moving. A shape. Too far away to see clearly, but I could feel it watching me, the way you feel eyes on the back of your neck in an empty room. I tried to walk toward it. My feet wouldn't move. I tried to look away. My head wouldn't turn. I stood there, frozen, as the shape slowly resolved into a figure. Tall, thin, wearing a long coat the color of ashes. Its face was blank. No eyes, no nose, no mouth, but I knew it was smiling. I woke up gasping. The clock said 3 a.m. My sheets were soaked with sweat. I told myself it was stress. I drank some water. I went back to sleep. The next night, the dream came again. Same hallway, same white, same figure at the end. But this time, it was closer. I could see the texture of its coat, roweled like burlap. I could see its hands, pale and long-fingered, hanging at its sides. It wasn't moving, but it was closer, definitely closer. I tried to scream. No sound came out. The figure tilted its head just slightly, like it was listening to something I couldn't hear. I woke up at 3:03 a.m. again. This time, there was a scratch on my arm. 3 thin lines parallel, like fingernails. I hadn't done it in my sleep. My nails were short, blunt. The scratches were deep, precise. They stung when I touched them. I didn't sleep the next night. I stayed awake with all the lights on, drinking coffee, watching movies. I made it to 5 a.m. Then I blinked, just a blink, and I was in the hallway. The figure was closer now, 20 feet away. I could see its face, or the lack of one. Just smooth, pale skin where features should have been. But I could feel its eyes. They were there, even though I couldn't see them. Boring into me, reading me, it raised one hand. Its fingers were too long, too thin, with too many joints. It pointed at me, and then it spoke. Not with a mouth, with a vibration that I felt in my chest, in my teeth, in the marrow of my bones. You've been dreaming of me for 30 years. You don't remember. But I do. I remember every time you've closed your eyes, every time you've walked this hallway, every time you've seen me and screamed and woken up and forgotten. You forget because you have to, because if you remembered, you'd never sleep again. I woke up on my floor. The clock said 3:03 a.m. The scratches on my arm had multiplied, dozens of them now, covering my forearm, thin and red and precise. They formed a pattern, letters, words, wake up. I was awake. I was awake, and the scratches were real, and the figure was not a dream. It was something else, something that lived in the space between sleep and waking, something that had been visiting me for 30 years every night, and I had never known. I started researching. I went to libraries. I scoured the internet. I found old forum posts, abandoned blogs, fragmented stories from people who described the same hallway, the same figure, the same scratches. They all said the same thing. It started in childhood. It got worse over time. And eventually, it stopped being a dream. Eventually, the figure stepped out of the hallway and into the room. One post, from a user named Last Night, said, "It came through last night. I was awake. I was sitting in my bed, reading, and the wall rippled, like water, like the plaster was a curtain, and it stepped through. It was taller than I remembered. Its hands were longer. It touched my face. Its fingers were cold. It said, 'You're not dreaming anymore.' I screamed. My roommate came running. The thing was gone, but the handprint on my cheek stayed. It's been 3 days. The handprint won't fade. The post ended there. No updates, no replies. The user never logged in again. I started sleeping with the lights on. I started sleeping with a knife under my pillow. I started sleeping during the day, when the sun was high and the shadows were short. Nothing helped. The dream came every night, no matter what I did. The figure got closer. The scratches got deeper. The words on my arm got clearer. Tonight. That was last night. I woke up at 3:03 a.m. The figure was not in the hallway. It was in my room, standing at the foot of my bed, its blank face tilted toward me, its long hands resting on the footboard. "Hello," it said. Its voice was not a vibration anymore. It was a sound, thin and reedy, like air escaping from a balloon. "I've been waiting for this, for you to see me, for you to know that I'm real, for you to stop pretending that I'm just a dream." I grabbed the knife from under my pillow. I held it up. My hand was shaking. It laughed. The sound was horrible, dry and hollow, like bones rattling in a coffin. "You can't hurt me. I'm not in your room. I'm in your head. I'm in the place where your dreams come from. I've been there since the day you were born. I'm the shadow that falls across your thoughts when you close your eyes. I'm the cold that settles into your bones when you drift off. You can't cut me. You can't burn me. You can't pray me away. I'm part of you, the part you've been ignoring." It walked around the bed. Its feet made no sound on the carpet. It stopped beside me. It reached out one long, pale hand and touched my forehead. Its finger was cold, cold like the inside of a freezer, cold like a place where nothing lives. "You have two choices," it said. "You can wake up, really wake up. Open your eyes and never close them again. You'll live the rest of your life in the light. No dreams, no sleep, no rest, but you'll be free of me." It paused. Its blank face seemed to smile. "Or you can close your eyes, go back to sleep. Let me in. I'll take you to the hallway. I'll take you to the end. There's a door there. You've never seen it because you've never gotten close enough. But I can show you. I can open it. And on the other side is a place where you'll never have to wake up again. No pain, no fear, just the dark, just the quiet, just us." I closed my eyes, not because I wanted to, because I was tired, so tired. 30 years of dreaming, 30 years of fighting, 30 years of waking up with scratches and words, and the memory of a hallway that I could never quite forget. I felt its hand on my forehead. I felt the cold spread through my skull, down my spine, into my chest. I felt myself falling, not down, inward, into a place that had always been there, waiting for me. When I opened my eyes, I was in the hallway. The figure was beside me. It took my hand. Its fingers were cold, but not unpleasant. They felt like the hand of someone who had been waiting for a very long time. "Come," it said. "The door is just ahead. I've been keeping it open for you. For 30 years. I knew you'd come. I knew you'd choose." We walked. The hallway stretched before us, white and endless. But now I could see the end, a door. Small, black, with a brass handle. The handle was warm. I touched it. I turned it. The door swung open. On the other side was not a room. It was a field. A field of tall grass, under a sky with no sun and no stars. And in the field, there were people. Hundreds of them. Standing in rows facing away from me. Their heads were bowed. Their hands were at their sides. They were sleeping, or dreaming, or something in between. "Who are they?" I asked. "They're you," the figure said. "Everyone who ever dreamed of the hallway. Everyone who ever made it to the door. Everyone who ever chose to stay." It pointed to the field. One of the figures turned. It had my face, older, thinner, paler. Its eyes were closed. Its mouth was open. It was breathing slowly, deeply, like it had been breathing that way for a very long time. "That's the you who came before," the figure said. "The you who dreamed of the hallway when you were 7. The you who made it to the door and chose to stay. You don't remember because that version of you is still here, still sleeping, still waiting." I looked at the figure. My face. My age. But different, older, more tired. "The you who is standing here now," the figure continued, "is the you who woke up, the you who ran, the you who forgot. But you're back now, and you have to choose again. Stay or go, sleep or wake. Join the others in the field, or go back to the world and live the rest of your life without dreams." I looked at the field, all of them with my face, all of them sleeping. I looked at the door behind me, the hallway beyond, the faint light of the world I had left. "I want to go back," I said. The figure tilted its head. "Are you sure?" "Yes." It smiled. I could feel the smile, even though it had no mouth. "Then go. But you'll forget. You'll always forget. You'll wake up tomorrow and you won't remember this conversation. You won't remember the door. You won't remember the field. But you'll feel it. In the back of your mind, in the space between your thoughts, you'll know that something is missing, and you'll spend the rest of your life trying to find it. I stepped through the door. The hallway vanished. The field vanished. The figure vanished. I woke up in my bed. The clock said 3:03 a.m. The scratches on my arm were gone. The words were gone. Everything was normal, but the figure was right. Not really. Just fragments. A hallway. A door. A field. A face that was mine but not mine. I don't know if it was real or a dream. I don't know if any of it happened. But sometimes, late at night, when I'm lying in bed and the room is dark and the house is quiet, I feel something. A presence. Standing at the foot of my bed, not threatening, not frightening, just waiting. Patient and still. Like it has all the time in the world, and I feel an urge to close my eyes, to let go, to walk down the hallway one more time, to find the door, to open it, to step into the field and join the others. I haven't done it, not yet, but I know I will, because the figure is patient, and I'm so tired, and the field looked so peaceful. One night, I'll close my eyes and I won't open them again. I'll walk the hallway, I'll find the door, I'll step into the field, and I'll sleep, not because I'm afraid, because I'm ready. The figure is waiting. It's always been waiting, for you too.